Hello, and welcome to Popcorn News. Something to watch while you eat popcorn. In 1999, my friend and mentor, the late Sherman H. Skolnick, reported that Joseph Stalin, the Soviet dictator, had an illegitimate son who became a U.S. senator. Furthermore, according to Skolnick, highly respected by those who knew him, the son of that U.S. senator is none other than Christopher J. Dodd, himself a former senator from Connecticut. Glancing at photos of Stalin and Dodd, one is struck by the resemblance. How far did Soviet Comintern, common form, penetration of the West get during the 1930s and 1940s? But who was this Sherman H. Skolnick? To begin with, here is a short clip of a photo of myself and Skolnick from 1995. This is me on the left and Sherman Skolnick on the right at the River Flame restaurant in Calumet City in April 1995. Then I was a mere lad of 42. I'm sorry, but I don't have a scanner to provide a better image. But here is that same photo from a recommended book, Popular Alienation, by Ken Thomas. The book, I don't know if it's still in print. It was published around 1995. But, alright, here's the same photo, but in black and white, but you may be able to see it better. Oop. This book also has a few other good photos. This is Sherman Skolnick in 1969. If I'm not mistaken, he was being arrested for contempt of court because he would not divulge his sources to the judge. And also here's Ken Thomas as he looked back then. In here also is a photo of Sherman Skolnick from the cover of a book, Illinois Justice, by Kenneth A. Monaster. Now, notice in the photo the man talking with Skolnick. That man is John Paul Stevens, later to become a Supreme Court Justice. The book includes a foreword by Justice Stevens. All this is by way of explaining that I am not a novice in the field of so-called conspiracy theories, but have been at it for a long time. So if my mentor, Sherman Skolnick, said that Chris Dodd is the grandson of Joseph Stalin, it ought not to be hurriedly dismissed. From the ForbiddenKnowledge.com website, Soviet dictator Joseph Stalin reportedly had an illegitimate son. The offspring, Stalin's illegitimate grandson, reportedly is U.S. Senator Christopher J. Dodd of Connecticut. He's since retired. His father was also a U.S. Senator who was censured by the U.S. Senate as a result of a scandal. A close associate of Chris Dodd in the past often visited Moscow and Siberia, reportedly as part of the, quote, U.S. State Department. Or is it all part of the clone conspiracy? The above topsecret.com website reported on November 23, 2009 under the title The Clone Conspiracy, Royal and Presidential Clones, about Stalin and his American clone, Christopher Dodd. Quote, "We can well appreciate the humor of placing such a clone during the Cold War smack in the middle of the American political apparatus," unquote, writes above top secret. Quote, "Possibly somebody was trying to get the Soviets to believe that it was they, the Communist International Program, who were invading the USA with their own clones." And it is well known that various powerful world leaders use look-alike doubles to thwart any assassination attempts. How is it that such amazing look-alikes can always be found? Is it part of a clone conspiracy? Thank you for watching Popcorn News.